I've noticed that when people hear the phrase spiritual formation, it can mean a lot of different things. For some, it feels unfamiliar. For others, it can sound a little intimidating, like something reserved for especially spiritual people, or something that requires a lot more effort. For some, it may even carry negative associations, especially if it's been misunderstood or experienced in unhealthy ways. But at its heart, spiritual formation is much simpler and much more personal than we often assume. Last week, I talked about how we're all being shaped. And the question isn't if we're being shaped, but what and who is shaping us. Spiritual formation simply names what happens when the shaping is centered in relationship with Christ. The Apostle Paul says, as we behold the Lord, we are being transformed from one degree of glory to another. And that's important because it reminds us that this isn't something we have to manufacture. It's something that God is already doing within us. So spiritual formation isn't about becoming more religious. It's about becoming more like Christ over time through a personal and growing relationship with Him. And that also means it's not about performance. It's not about trying harder or proving that we're growing or keeping a checklist of spiritual habits. It's about relationship. And when we begin to see that, something starts to shift. The pressure eases, the weight lifts a little, and what once felt heavy begins to feel like an invitation. So maybe today, instead of asking, what should I be doing? You might simply want to ask, what would it look like to be with Jesus, even for a few moments? No pressure, no performance, just presence. Because spiritual formation doesn't begin with striving. It begins with relationship. If this connects with you, I've written a short reflection that explores this a little more, and I'd be glad to have you continue the conversation with me. You can find it at richardparish.org. I pray that you will have a blessed week.